My name is Eleanor Oliver. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island, and I graduated from UC Berkeley University. From the time that I was young, I wanted to be a writer, which is why I pursued a degree in marketing and English, and that has led me to a very successful career as a copywriter in advertising. What I'd like to share with you today are 3 guiding posts that have helped me become successful in my career as a writer and have really carried me along through the highs and lows of this journey of becoming a writer and being a writer and staying a writer. The first one came when I was a little girl. My dad would often tell us, my siblings and I, that your name should represent you. If you have nothing else if you don't have your name. At the time I didn't know what that meant, but as I got older, I realized my name should represent me, and I wanted that to be meaningful. I wanted people to know when they heard my name, when they were calling me for freelance projects, that they would know that Eleanor Oliver stands for integrity, accountability, quality of work, creativity. So I really took that to heart, and I want to make sure that when I'm on the job, after I turn in my work, even if I haven't met the client, that they know what Eleanor Oliver represents. Being a writer, I get a lot of referral work, so I want when someone else says the name Eleanor Oliver, I want them to hear and know that, oh, even without meeting me, I've heard of her, I've seen her work, and yes, I would like her for this job as well. So something that started as a statement that my father would share with us, as a little girl, has really carried me throughout my career, throughout adulthood. The next guidepost has been faith. During times of difficulty, challenge, even wondering, from the time I was little, I wanted to be a writer. And people mocked me and said that I would be poor. I'd be another starving writer out there. And it was my faith that helped me persevere. It was my faith in myself, in my creativity, in my ability. It was my belief that held me through, so that even when those moments came when I was turned down as a writer for projects, there was something inside me, something bigger than myself, that carried me forward. And I really believe that no matter what you do, you have to have a belief in something bigger than yourself that will carry you through those challenging moments. It's very difficult to manage those moments alone, and you either need a confidant, church, a trusted person, someone that will hold that faith for you when you start feeling it waver in yourself, that will carry you through those difficult moments and challenges. My third guidepost is something that I've often been told is a little bit harsh, but I'll explain why I believe that it's really, really critical. I believe we have to live and die by the choices we make. And basically what that means is you have to be accountable. You have to be accountable for every decision, every choice that you make, good, bad, or indifferent. And what I would do when I was younger, and I did this a lot when I first started working in jobs that I just felt like I was in over my head, I would flash forward. What would this choice, how would it impact my life 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road? Is this decision I'm going to make right now a decision I would want to share with someone, my future spouse, my children, my parents? Those moments when I would put myself in check and take accountability for whatever decision I was about to make, when I looked at it from a big picture perspective, I would often make a different decision. One story that stands out to me in my early advertising career, I was taking my portfolio to an agency. And a portfolio is a representation of your creative work that you've done thus far, that you feel represents you. So it was kind of like my visual name. It was Eleanor Oliver and a book of my creative writing. And I took it to this advertising agency that I really, really wanted to work for, and I was turned down. In this situation, I was fortunate that the creative director had the integrity and humanity to not just blindly turn down my work. She took a moment to come out and share with me that even though my portfolio didn't suit the needs of that agency, that did not mean that my work was bad. That there was somebody else out there that this work would be perfect for, and to just keep looking. That moment was such a valuable lesson for me, because it was in my earlier stages of my career where I was feeling vulnerable, sharing my work, really trying to establish myself. And rather than feel the crushing blow, I took her words as kindness and as a green light to keep pursuing my career. She didn't say my work was bad. So for me, yes, my name still represented me, my work represented me, but my faith told me to keep on going, to persevere, keep pursuing my career. And that goes back to my third, living and dying by the choices we make. At that moment, I could have chosen that, oh, I'm not a writer, I'm not suitable, my work isn't good, and had not really heard the comments and creative criticism that she gave me. So by using all three of my guideposts, I was able to pick myself up and keep going and pursue my career. And what that has led to is I've leveraged those moments, and it's led me to a very successful writing career that if at that moment I had chosen to stop, I would not have even had an inkling of the greatness that was to come. So in short, what I'd like to say is, as you go forward, my suggestions to you: let your name represent who you are, your integrity, your person. Let people know that even if you're not there in the room, your name represents you and stands for you in your place. Your faith, whatever that may be, whether it's church, it doesn't necessarily have to be a religion, but just something that's bigger than you, inside of you, that in those challenging moments keeps you moving forward. And then be accountable for the choices and the decisions that you make, and that there are no mistakes. No matter what decision you make, you can correct, go back, and keep moving forward. That's the beauty of this journey. You keep moving forward and you will be successful.